big bro. You know, the United States should look after its little bro. And that's how we feel.
How about the trade? You work out, there's some trade disputes between the US and the EU, and I don't know how you think.
We wish it the same thing.
We actually have some stuff that we
I
have
will
to do
say,
right now.
Connor is here to meet with the president. He'll be meeting with him later this afternoon. We couldn't think of a better guest to have with us on St. Patrick's Day. We're both wearing our green. This was not planned, but very festive. And as you know, I'll be having a briefing later at 1 o'clock, so we'll talk more about their meeting later. But he's going over to meet with some other administration officials. He's spending the day in Washington, D.C.
For sure.
So
I'm here to raise the issues the people of Ireland face. You know, and it'll be music to the people of Ireland's ears, because never on the main stage has the issues the people of Ireland face been spoke. You know, our government has long since abandoned the voices of the people of Ireland, and it's high time that America is made aware of what is going on in Ireland. What is going on in Ireland is a travesty. Our government is the government of zero action with zero accountability. You know, our money is being spent on overseas issues that has nothing to do with the Irish people. The illegal immigration racket is running ravage on the country. There are rural towns in Ireland that have been overrun in one swoop, that have become a minority in one swoop. So issues need to be addressed, and the 40 million Irish Americans, as I said, need to hear this, because if not, there will be no place to come home and visit. You know, Ireland is at the cusp of, you know, potentially losing its Irishness, and I'm here to raise the issue and highlight it. You know, it's also St. Patrick's Day, so a little bit of celebrations for sure, and you know, a little bit of learning and listening to Mr. President Trump, whose work ethic is inspiring, and all that does to me is highlight the lack of work on my side. So that's it. That's what I'm here for.
awesome. Thank you,
Thank you, guys. All right, God bless.
Bye, guys. We'll see you later.
Around for the latest episode of As the World Turns Slightly Unhinged. First up, our beloved former, what word are we using for DT? The president. He seems to have more trouble navigating Air Force One than a drunk leprechaun on roller skates during today a St. Patrick's Day parade. Seriously, every time he steps on Air Force One, it's like watching a live episode of Dancing with the Stars, but with more gravity, less grace, and like Judge Janine Pirro has been at the wine box. Anyway, speaking of St. Patrick's Day, let's not forget our favourite political leprechaun, Marco Rubio. Oh, little Marco, always dressed like he's about to grant you 3 wishes. If only one of those wishes could be for a coherent policy idea. Possible. Rubio flips more positions more often than a pancake at a roadside diner, and with less sizzle as well. Rubio is actually like a magic trick gone wrong. Every time he opens his mouth, well, his credibility disappears. Did he have any in the first place? Should we throw in the Chuck Schumer, TikTok, the master of the Senate shuffle? That guy's got to go. Chuck's the kind of guy who'd bring a spreadsheet to a potluck. Lately, he's just been dancing around the gob. Well, he's been getting on his knees and whatever. It's like last call at an Irish pub, trying to decide whether to be the hero or the designated driver. It's just Chuck. There's a really, really good expression. Chuck off might be the word. It's like watching your grandpa trying to use or play Minecraft. He's not sure what he's doing. I'm not even going to say bless his heart. He's trying. Time's up. Boat sailed. Jog off. Anyway, back to Trump. You know, he recently bought that red Tesla because nothing says I'm with the future like jumping into an electric car while trying to bring back coal jobs. I had no idea how that... Can he drive? He says he bought it because he likes doing things the old-fashioned way. I guess for him that means buying America from a company led by the world's richest South African on a temporary work... Oh, he has a full work visa now. Okay. I'd love to see the receipt. Did he actually pay? Bad deal if he did. Have you seen Trump lately on the tarmac? The guy it's like teeters around like he's walking on a cobblestone street after a night out in, well, Dublin. Good night out, by the way. Air Force One might need to install those handlebars, you know, like you see in retirement those adverts, the retirement home showers. Anyway, back to Rubio. bless his heart, excuse me, keeps trying to catch the rainbow in the Senate, but it turns out it's just the neon light from the Democrats leaving him behind. What's going on with the Democrats? Marco's got that magical ability to be both everywhere and nowhere in every policy debate. He is like a leprechaun, only less effective and definitely less lucky. And Chuck Schumer, navigating Congress like a sober man at Mardi Gras. He's been wrangling his party like cats at the dog show. Chuck again? Look, he was asked about his stance on the latest budget. I think Chuck probably wishes he could just blend into the background like a chameleon at a Skittles factory. Anyway, as St. Patrick's Day rolls around and everyone's feeling a bit Irish, let's raise a glass, mug of hot chocolate, to our political gods. May your words be sharp, your stances be firm, and may none of you ever find yourself trying to dance a jig on Air Force One. Because let's face it, some spectacles are just too painful to watch. Well, to be fair, I'm enjoying Schumer. I mean, grind it, and then again, chuck off.
The Republicans have the White House, the Senate, and the House. If they want to do this, and if they want to screw over the American people, they can do this with their votes and their party.
The question Democrats have confronted since Election Day is, who actually is leading their party? Well, a new CNN poll out this morning gives us a sense of who Democrats and Democratic-leaning voters think best aligns with the party's core values. And that's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the New York Democrat and progressive firebrand who was furious at Senate Democrats for allowing the GOP spending bill to become law. Now, it all comes as a slew of potential Democratic presidential candidates are already testing the waters for 2028. My panel is back. So just to look at a little bit more in this poll, the question about who best reflects the core values of the Democratic Party, if you break down among age group, perhaps no surprise, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a few people who are younger than 45, 15% say that she does. That's more than Kamala Harris. And, she's still, people above 45% doing reasonably well. Now, just to be clear, there are a lot of voters who did not offer a response. 30% of voters didn't offer a name in response to who aligns with the Democratic Party's core values. But what's your reaction to that? AOC, the progressive, one-time firebrand of the party, still a firebrand, representing the core values of the Democratic Party.
I noticed that Chuck Schumer's name wasn't listed on that at all. The Congresswoman is clearly tapping into something across the Democratic base because she is someone who knows how to, unlike I think a lot of other Democrats, knows how to operate in this new media ecosystem, right? Which is that just traditional media doesn't work all the time. Reaching voters in that way doesn't work all the time. She blankets social media across the board and makes herself available to voters in a way that you don't see Chuck Schumer or Hakeem Jeffries making themselves available to voters.
Yeah.
And I think that that's also why you're hearing her. Voters are responding to her message, and they're feeling like out of everyone in the party, she is potentially the person who is giving voice to their anger in terms of why are you cooperating with the Republican Party?
She's joining Bernie Sanders, who's 83 years old, probably not going to run for the presidency again. She's joining him in town halls next week in Nevada, Arizona, and Colorado. Is there a path for AOC in 2028?
Well, if that's what the party wants, then potentially, sure. Her rise kind of reminds me of what happened to Republicans after Obama's election in 2008, where it was the loudest voices in the Republican Party, the Tea Party, that really gained traction at a time when the Republican Party was lost. And maybe Democrats now find themselves in a similar situation. And AOC, maybe she best represents where Democratic voters are.
Go ahead.
Think of it this way. If you're a voter 30 and under, you've only participated in 3 elections. 2 of them Donald Trump won, 1 of them Joe Biden won. They're all over 70 years old when they won. It's millions of voters out there craving something new, something younger, something closer to them.
And